Welcome back to the Charismatic Voice. I'm about to dive into another legendary rock band that I've never heard before. No, I did not grow up under a rock or in a cave. I just didn't listen to rock or metal music. This band is a power trio, similar to Rush and Nirvana, so I am expecting great things. Let's get to it. I mentioned Rush in the intro, and I did not realize how much like Rush this would actually be. I'm really surprised. His voice actually has so many similarities to Geddy Lee, right? So we have Rick Emmett is guitar and vocals, and then you have Gilmore on the drums and vocals, and Mike is just hanging out there with his bass. He's like, yeah, I got this, and I got a cool hat. So it's really high. It was much higher than I expected to come out. The moment he started singing, I was like, whoa, that's high. It's got a lot of squealo on it, meaning it has, we talk about that term in opera often, where it feels really attached, but mostly it has like a certain squeal cry to the sound. Not like a pig squeal in deathcore. This is a different kind of like kind of sound, right? So it's got some squealo on the sound, and he is keeping it in this narrow lane. I have to say also, it sounds like he's got a really wide available range. Okay, we're gonna go back to the beginning. Back to the beginning. When I thought his voice was gonna be much lower. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! If Ronald Weasley started a band, this would be it. I cannot see that. The days grow shorter and the nights are getting long. Feels like we're running out of time. Every day it seems much harder telling right from wrong. You got to read between the lines. Don't get discouraged, but don't be afraid. We can make it through another day. He's keeping this sound really lean and very forward. It helps with things like clarity. Also helps with the ability to make very large jumps up in this area without sort of like hawking up a semi-truck in your throat. And I actually think this sound is like, there's this sweetness to it as well. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Go Ronald Weasley. I'm never gonna get over that. I can't. Make it worth the price we pay. The good book says it's better to give than to receive. I do my best to do my part. Nothing in my pockets and I got nothing up my sleeve. I keep the magic in my heart. Keep on spirit. Oh, I love the way he did that slide up, and then the reverb that was on it too. It had a beautiful sort of lingering sound afterwards. His voice is very flexible. I never up my sleeve. No, it's also very sincere and uplifting with the lyrics. Right? It just feels so honest, and like you get the idea that he really cares about people right away. Aw. I keep the magic in my heart. That I like that a lot. nice. Going back just a little bit, there's something in here that I feel like is one of those signature sound bits that he has. I'm going to see if I can center in on it. You know what you've got to. That was it. Watch. So when he goes up on that sound is very lean, has to be restrained also very nicely beneath the vocal cord so it's not blasting through. So he's got some good breath support that's helping restrain that breath pressure from just going on the vocal folds. And then on watch, he actually does an extra puff. He allows that air to go whoo, for just a moment. Like it basically lets up on the restraint to give this specific effect. You know what you've got to do. And he's leaning really heavily into the consonants there and going early to the ch as well, which is partly why we get that big puff of air, because ch is a big puff of air. You know what you've got to do. So I have heard this exact same expression already, I think, in at least 2 other places. And I was thinking, oh, that's kind of cool each time. It's a really great emphasis. I'll keep going. Such a high-sitting voice. So I like the way he kept so much power up top, but then as he slid down, again, it went to this really sweet, almost soothing kind of area. His voice sits really high, like Adam Lambert, kind of high. It is remarkably high. Oh, it's interesting how it brings a mellowness in here. And good breath control. Bass and keys. Yeah. I just want to reiterate a couple things. 1, beautiful, beautiful breath control. 2, I like the clarity in his sound. It's really easy to tell what the lyrics are. They are just uber brilliant the whole time. It's beautiful. Take the best that you can. Y'all tell me I'm not supposed to stop guitar solos, but I think you'll understand that I just got a little bit distracted because I've been...
Fight the good fight! Fight the good fight!
Precisely. In order to fight the good fight, one needs calories.
Fight the good fight against Elizabeth pausing guitar solos.
Oh, look at this. And we're talking calories, yeah. Heck yeah, I got some onion rings. Oh boy, you know what's about to happen? I am going to start making all kinds of food comparisons.
And eat it on camera.
Oh God. Oh God. Is that part of this obligation? We're going to go back to that guitar solo. It was really, really good to stop. Uh-oh. want to pause it? Okay. I love that wow moment that happened in there. That's like me when I eat an onion ring. This is so good. And I go, wow. At least I would do that inside when I have a really good onion ring with really good marinara sauce. And it's right here. I love the way he's mouthing along with it. It's like he wants onion rings too. All right. That part gets me. Wow. The wow is my favorite part for sure. Things you never knew you didn't want to see on camera. Good onion rings though. I like the wow, and I just realized as I was taking a bite of this pickle that is the perfect comparison for vocal timbre, because right there's like a pungency to it, and the vinegar that cuts straight through. But like pickles at the end of a hike, oh my word, they have this sweet juiciness to them that I feel is very much present in his voice. Also, they come from cucumbers, like such a sweet fruit that most of us think is a vegetable. Anyhow, let's keep going. Wow. I love that part. I also love the way that his voice has a bite, like a pickle. There's something so wonderful about it, but also it's very refreshing, just like an Izzy. This is lunchtime, y'all. It's like beyond lunchtime. I was getting hangry. You didn't know it, but I was getting real hangry. And this entire song just got uplifted on so many levels because now I have all of these other sensations to compare singing to. I love comparing singing with food, music with food in general. That's because they're such unique experiences, such unique sensations, and they have so many good similes. So I'm going to head back just a little bit here. So he's done this a few times now. Again, I'm looking for trends in his voice, like what makes up this signature sound. And it's the way he'll often slide down at the end of a phrase and then continue it into the next one. There's such remarkable, there are so many remarkable similarities between his tone and Geddy Lee's. And if you remember, everyone said I actually would dislike Geddy Lee's tone, and all y'all who said that were wrong. I think that Geddy Lee is just on the money, and I love his sound, especially when incorporated with Rush. Okay, back here. It's like a slam dunk. The way he's starting those top notes every time is so hooked in, meaning that I hear the activation of his lower breath support muscles before he really starts singing. It's in the way he starts a note. You don't hear a sudden slam and then the note. Instead, there's this almost like, it's almost like a primal grunt or primal leanness, kind of sound. Right. So it hooks in, meaning that the breath support muscles, the lowest muscles for your breath support are actually your pelvic floor. Okay, like super duper duper low. And then there are all of these muscles on top which engage when the breath is coming out and it gets restrained, the vocal folds. So those muscles engage and they help with the breath flow, help control it so that the breath doesn't just go poof. and split your vocal folds apart. So if you can hook into that, it's this feeling of suddenly connecting up, like you take a fish hook and you like pull your innards up through your vocal folds. I know, terrible, terrible image, but that's kind of what it feels like. I can tell you where to start. There's an answer in your heart. Take a look inside your heart. He just also has ridiculously good efficiency with his vocal folds because he's able to sing such long phrases. He can sustain for days. Like how these onion rings are going to sustain me for days. Take a look inside your heart. So interesting to see what his teeth are doing. Well, really, the lips around his teeth are doing when he goes up into that upper extension. Because he's been at some of those high notes before, but then he goes up a few more additionally. And you see the lips sort of round even more. It's like they're controlling the pitch a little bit. But actually, that can really help with focusing the resonance, keeping it lean. When you need to go for that extra bit on top, you don't want it to suddenly fall back. It can get really heavy and crack then. He's doing a great job of using this to try and keep the sound forward. And there's this sort of feedback loop that can happen then. When the sound is forward, we have a little more teeth in the sound for especially a rock sound. I don't really particularly recommend this for operatic domi. But we're keeping more teeth, keeping that sound forward. Then we get to lean it out, and this feedback loop can happen because he's locked in a resonance point. He can feel that he stays in that pocket, in the good spot. And this little external motion helps keep it threading through the same resonance spot. Whew, that was so much in one break, y'all. If y'all didn't completely understand that, I don't blame you. That was like a lot of very advanced concepts just all wrapped into one. Like a burger. So many advanced concepts in one bite. I love it. Love it. There's an answer in your heart. Take a look inside your That's so impressive. He has so much good conditioning of his voice. He's just wailing away up there, and it is not taking any wear or tear whatsoever. He's on pitch. It doesn't sound like it's straining. It's crazy. One more time on that part. Wow. Ooh. You gonna go right around? Musical idea. Ooh. stopped it just before the big boom. I don't know. This might be all applause afterwards, but I thought that I was supposed to, not stop the guitar solo, but then we transitioned to drums there. So guys, sometimes it's so hard to know where I'm allowed to stop it and if it's okay to stop it for burgers or not. Today I decided onion rings, pickle, burgers, we're stopping. This is the moment. We're going to come back and talk a little bit about some of the crazy antics that are happening here. First of all, so much respect for anybody who can run across the stage and sing. He didn't start singing right away, but boy, he looks like he could just go and do it with the efficiency he has in his vocal folds. I don't know that he actually needs that much air to make these sounds. It's pretty dang impressive. That was like this is one of their spots. I feel like this was a moonwalk, but instead it was a moon run. It's like, I'm going to back run. Hoo, hoo, hoo. He could be in Talking Heads. They run around stage a lot. Impressive there. Also, I love how upbeat this song has been. Right? You could make Fight the Good Fight a ballad. Like, come on. You can do it. Inspirational ballad. But I would much rather have the uplifting song to sing alongside the fight. Like, this is like we're in Mortal Kombat, but we're probably like Robin Hood, right? We're some do-gooder in Mortal Kombat. They also exist. Moon Run! And this was one of the other things, this sudden rise, like it's a scale that's going up each time. I love the way that was presented as a new idea. We've had, even though we've come back to a few common themes throughout, this song definitely has a journey that it's going through. It has some progressive elements. And that's great for a song called Fight the Good Fight. It's telling you, like, be on your journey. Make good use of your life. It's inspiring in so many ways, and the musicality of it just fits perfectly. Ooh, it didn't stop. Yes! This entire section feels so satisfying. I feel like these guys just had not had enough playing yet. We need to whack these drums some more. Whack on the drums. All right, I need to try and strum some more notes. Gotta get it out. Still so much left, even though this seems like the end of their set. Very satisfying. More? I like that. It's like piano on the guitar. And he is a pro baseball player with his guitar. That's how they actually ended. They rev it up more. Like the whole thing was this big wind down. And then at the end, they're like, oh, by the way, ba 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 ba. As if they were going to start a new song and then leaves you hanging. Oh my goodness. They had way too much fun winding this down. The song is like a good meal, right? You like get a little sniff of it at the beginning, and then suddenly his voice comes in. It's like taking that first bite where suddenly you're salivating. You're not really sure why. You're like, oh, I just really like this song so far. It's good songwriting. Oh man, that voice, the tone quality, it's so pungent. And then after that, you get into like the different layers and the journey. It's like you're getting through all the appetizers, and then you get to the main course, which actually in this case, I'm not sure if the main course was that instrumental break or one of the sung parts. That all kind of blended together. Maybe we had two main courses. Stick with me here, okay? So I think I had burger for one of the main courses, and maybe the other main course was some lasagna. Both of them had lots and lots of layers. They were delicious. And then as we were wrapping things up, it was like, you had a lot of onion rings left on your plate still, and you just needed to keep finishing them, and you didn't want to stop. So you're like, oh, I feel like maybe I'm full, but that onion ring is just too good. Gotta have another bite. And I know that this is like the longest outro ever, you guys. Cheers to everyone who is stuck around. I hope you're hungry now. I hope you have some good food nearby. And if you would like to see some more videos where I eat food and analyze awesome music, that was a thing, check out this playlist over here. May you fall more in love with music and food every day.